Even though it's easy to make fun of Hell's Kitchen chefs for making dumb cooking mistakes, it's important to take a step back and realize just how hard the show is, and being able to do consistently well in Hell's Kitchen earns massive respect. But every once in a while, these good chefs for whatever reason turn in some pretty bad performances, almost as if they lost their cooking skills overnight. What's going on, guys? I'm FlynnMasters, and today, we'll be looking at the worst services by good Hell's Kitchen chefs. As a disclaimer, I won't be including any services from my Crash and Burns video, but with that said, let's take a look back at some of the most surprising bad services by Hell's Kitchen's best chefs.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
We begin with Petrozza's episode 2 service from season 4. Many people regard Petrozza as one of Hell's Kitchen's greatest runner-ups, as this is literally his only bad service, and would have for sure won this season had he been 15 years younger. However, he almost didn't make it past night 2 after his train wreck service. It started bad before service even began, as he forgot the menu twice, and contemplated quitting, but was luckily saved by Bobby. But even when he finally got down the menu and went to work during service, he continued to get frazzled, making cooking and mental mistakes. Thankfully, the red team was just a bit worse that night, and Petrozza was able to avoid elimination, and would find his stride the rest of the season. But there's no question that he was likely at the bottom of many people's power rankings after this episode.
Petrozza.
Yes.
The menu. 5 appetizers. What are they? Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Do me a favor. Get out.
The Valrhona chocolate and black cherry sorbet.
There is no black cherry sorbet.
The black.
It is a Valrhona chocolate fondant with black cherries.
Okay.
Upstairs and start again. 2 beef, 1 halibut, 1 John Dory, and can we have it together?
Yes. How would you like those beefs cooked?
Oh my God.
I asked for 2 beef.
Okay.
1 halibut, 1 John Dory.
Need one more.
I want them together.
Okay.
I asked you to communicate with each other.
Okay.
And you're not. Where's the lamb?
The lamb is right here.
Cut the thing then.
Right in half.
Oh, come on. Now, top and bottom it, yes? That lamb is beautifully cooked.
Thank you, chef.
Don't piss your pants.
There you go, chef.
The flavor's already. It's not even hot. Come here, Petrozza. Oh, here we go.
It's rare. It's rare. It's rare. It needs more fire.
What did I ask for?
You asked for medium.
You know it's undercooked, you still serve it.
There's the medium one.
That's what I heard.
The next one on the list was medium rare. I'm sorry, chef. I gave you the wrong one.
The Season 11 Blue Team is, of course, one of the worst teams ever, with there only being 2 true standouts. One of them is, of course, John, who just missed out on the finale, and the other is Anthony, who just missed out on the Black Jackets after his Final 7 performance. Now, yes, while Anthony still deserved to survive over Zach regardless, let's not forget how tough of a night he had on Fish. Not only did he make multiple mistakes, but his communication was off, and you could see his confidence slowly fade throughout service. Again, while he definitely deserved another chance, it's crazy Anthony had this bad of a service in the first place.
Out in 1.
Absolutely,
yes?
chef. Out in 1. Heard that.
I don't understand a damn thing he's talking about.
How many times, stop, have I said, look at me, watch, out in 1? How many times?
Too many for me to be forgetting,
And
chef.
you're there fiddling around like an old granny in a hardware store. Anthony,
Chef.
it's 2 risotto, yes?
Come on, man.
Come on, another lobster tail. All of you, come here. Just touch that. It's overcooked. Come on, Anthony. You're the only weak link in this chain right now. Halibut's raw. Look at this. Just touch it. Just touch it inside. Cold and raw. One's cooked, one's raw. One's cooked, one's raw. You just got your head out. Now you're talking, but you're sending me raw food. Every other fish is undercooked.
His words are just hitting me in the face like a punch.
Nick is often regarded as one of Hell's Kitchen's greatest chefs and the true winner of All Stars. But man, who would have ever thought he would go on to be an HK legend after his 3rd career service? Nick started out season 14 perfectly fine, but then after being put on the pivotal meat station in episode 3, he absolutely tanked. He set up 2 raw porks and then flabbergasted Ramsay when he said he would eat it. And then, he would get the team kicked out after serving up a raw lamb. Thankfully, he was spared due to Michael just being a general train wreck, but I do sometimes wonder how much danger Nick would have been in that night had Michael not been an easy boot. Cause man, this service was a complete disaster.
And Nick is delivering his perfectly cooked meats to the pass.
Oh, man. Hey, all of you, come here. Who sent that to me? Hey, look, it's raw.
Undercooked pork is dangerous. You know, you can jeopardize somebody's life, especially a pregnant woman with a fetus.
Where is it?
Raw at the pork chop.
Nick,
Yes, chef.
it's raw.
I guess it's all relative at this point.
Brandon, he's giving me pork raw twice. It's a joke.
Brendan, bring it up.
Hey, and the lamb's full of blood. Who donkeyed that?
I sliced the lamb first, chef.
And what did you tell yourself?
It was a little under,
That
chef.
was a
like-
lot more than a little. Raw white fat. Not all of you. Get out. Beginning, middle, and a end. Get out, get out, get out. Get out!
Had I done my Crash and Burns video after season 21, I would have for sure included Cheyenne, as other than Nilka, I don't think there's ever been a more shocking bad service in Hell's Kitchen, as Cheyenne didn't just underperform after dominating the entire season, but she turned in one of the worst black jacket services ever. But in her defense, and speaking of crashes, her head wasn't in the right space after Liddy almost getting injured earlier that day during her reward trip with Summer. But nonetheless, after pretty much making zero mistakes the entire season, Cheyenne absolutely melted down on the fish station that night, and was the main reason for the final 5 getting kicked out. Again, if this isn't the perfect example that Hell's Kitchen is no joke, then I don't know what is, as the insane pressure of the competition simply finally caught up to Cheyenne after doing so well up until that point.
Fucking tail.
Oh boy. The lobster. It's ice cold and raw. You need to wake up and talk.
Just a minute, chef.
Young lady, no, come here. Tell me the truth. You forgot the scallops.
Yes, chef.
There's 2 scallops.
Yes, chef.
I want to hear from you, chef. I forgot 1 scallop. You're not telling me that.
Chef, I forgot 1 scallop. I need 90 seconds on a refire. Oh, what?
Oh, stop. Look at me. You're out of control. Come here,
Yes,
you.
chef.
I'm not going to allow you to endanger yourself and us in this kitchen like that. Okay, you need to calm down.
Yes, chef.
Thank you. Oh, boy. All of you.
Well, he looks fired up.
The diners can see that you're wearing black jackets. I've got more colour underneath my salmon than I have on top. And just touch that now. Just touch that. You. Off out of here. Get out!
When you think of the most successful Hell's Kitchen contestant, it's hard to argue anyone other than Christina Wilson taking that title. After winning Hell's Kitchen Season 10, she has essentially become Ramsay's biggest protege, and has been the Red Team sous chef for almost every season since Season 15. However, this amazing career was nearly non-existent, as she could have very well been the first boot of Season 10 after her terrible opening night service. After the Red Team finally finished appetizers, Christina was the main chef in charge of the entrees, given she was on the meat station. However, she essentially single-handedly backed up dinner service after serving out multiple raw Wellingtons, which ultimately would get the Red Kitchen shut down. One of, if not the biggest what if in Hell's Kitchen history, is what would have happened had the Red Team been named losers instead of the Blue Team, as it was obviously between Roshni and Christina that night, and as we saw, Ramsay saw a lot in Roshni, giving her multiple chances despite her struggles. Barbie, thank you so much for killing the apps that night, and giving the Red Team victory, thus changing Christina's life forever.
Ladies, we got this, for real.
Oh my God. What in the is that?
I guess not.
Are you for real? You want me to serve that out there?
No, sir. So I'm praying like, oh, one of these beef, they have to be okay.
Look, it's raw. Raw.
Rolled out new pastry dough, rewrapped them, and got them in the oven right away. You know, basically, we're just sitting there waiting for it to cook.
What?
Minutes on the Wellingtons. For 15 minutes, service definitely was silent. Walking to the window with the Wellington.
Who are still attempting to send out their first entrees.
It's still the same table. All of you come here. It's like snot. There's just no thought. Shut it down and clean up.
I didn't expect my first dinner service to be like this. I'm just sorry that I couldn't come through.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video of the worst services by great Hell's Kitchen chefs. Let me know of some other bad services you would have included in the comments below, and of course be sure to hit that subscribe and like button to support the channel. With all that said, take care everyone, and I'll see you next time.
Get out of here.